All right. So hopefully you've had time to get your materials together. Again, if you don't have a black piece of paper, you can just use a white piece of paper and a black pencil, crayon, marker, whatever for this part. If you do have the colors though, you're going to use a black piece of paper and a white crayon or colored pencil to do this. And so the first thing I want to do is go ahead and write my name. It's always good practice to write our name, even though you guys are at home right now, some of you. So go ahead and write your name. And then we're going to flip over our paper and we're going to be working horizontal today. So side to side, horizontal. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to draw kind of our main character walking through the woods. So I'm going to use the drawing guide that I showed you in the PowerPoint, and we're just going to do this together. When we're working, we want to make sure we're leaving plenty of space in the background for all of the extra fun details that we're going to get to add. So you don't want to take up your whole space with the person. You want to make your person somewhat smaller so that you have plenty of space on the rest of your paper to add details. So first, and you can go ahead and draw with me, you're going to start by drawing kind of a large oval for the head. Again, not too big, but you want it big enough that you can add lots of detail. Next, you're going to draw a hairline. So that hairline is going to go across, and if you want, you can kind of add a little zigzaggy to show where maybe the bangs are or where the hair kind of separates. You're going to do 2 eyes, one on each side. And you can go in and add the extra details in the middle. You're going to do your nose. I'm just doing kind of a simple nose for this. A mouth. And 2 ears. Next, you're going to kind of draw a sideways U shape for the arm that bends at the elbow. So it'll be something like this. You're just going to take your drawing utensil and draw a line that goes out. And we're also going to add just a really simple hand that's holding a flashlight. So for this simple hand, you can kind of go out and back up, and then the hand comes back down. You draw the line there, and you'll just draw part of the arm here. So it's kind of like the hand is right here. And then for the flashlight, you're going to draw 2 lines that come out directly from the hand, so it looks like the hand is actually holding the flashlight. And then you can draw just kind of a curved or straight-ish line, kind of up to you how you want to do that. Mine's a little bit curved. And then the flashlight part will come here. Depending on where you put your flashlight, that'll show where your illumination is. So I drew my flashlight going up a little bit, so when I do my illumination later, mine will be up a little bit. If you want your flashlight to go more this way, you could draw your flashlight going to the right, and so then your illumination would be over here. It just kind of depends on where you do your drawing. There's a couple different ways that you can change the hairstyle on your character. If you're a boy and you want it to be a boy character, you could kind of leave it like this or maybe add a little bit of extra hair up here. If you're a girl, I'm going to show you how to do a girl hairstyle as well. You could do little pigtails that kind of come out the sides up here if you would like, or you can do the hair so it's kind of going down a little bit. So here's how I do it. I just take a line that goes slightly above where I drew that hairline before and kind of draw it down. You can kind of have it going out a little bit if you want, whatever length you want, you kind of get to decide. And then later when I come in and add some extra details, I will kind of take my drawing material and just not totally color it in, but just kind of add some lines so that it looks like it's all part of the hair and you don't see that line where the head is separately. So again, you get to choose how you do the hair. That's totally up to you. Okay, for this next part, we're going to do the illuminated part, or the light coming out of the flashlight. So for this, you're going to need a piece of white paper. 9 by 6 is a great size, but it really doesn't matter as long as it's a white piece of paper, and you're gonna take the white piece of paper that you have and you're gonna hold it over where your flashlight is coming out. So for example, mine kind of ended up tilting up a little bit, so I will be doing mine this way. If you wanted to illuminate a different part of your drawing, so for example, if you wanted to illuminate something over here, maybe a tree or something on the ground, you would kind of want to place your flashlight facing that direction, depending on where you want your illumination. But mine is facing up, so I'm going to take this white piece of paper and I'm going to hold it up here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a different color crayon. It doesn't matter what color you use. We're not going to see this part later, but I'm just going to draw on the white paper where I want the light to be coming out. So maybe I will have this side go that way, this side go that way, and then I'm just going to do a curved line to show where the light will be coming out. The next step is you're going to cut that out and you're going to glue it down. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your scissors, you're going to carefully cut the shape. And when you put the glue on, you're going to want to put the glue on the side where you drew so that when you flip it over, you won't see that crayon color anymore. You don't want that part in your actual artwork. So I'm going to take my glue. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. And I'm going to glue this down so that it comes directly out of the flashlight. It's okay if it goes off the page a little bit like mine is. I can just trim that off later. But this is day one of our project. Next time, we will talk about how we can add some extra details to our artwork.